First game in the Super 8s for India. Well, has done really well, India, getting into the Super 8s, unbeaten, 4 out of 4. But they're playing against South Africa. They're also unbeaten in their group. They also topped their group. And obviously, India, South Africa. Remember 2024 finals? India beat South Africa in the finals. Well, it's kind of a rematch of that. In these last 2 years, India has played South Africa, but having said that, South Africa has also got quite a few good memories in the last few months. Beat India in the Test series, did well in the ODI and T20 series, and a lot of these South African players play their cricket or in the IPL here in India. So they have a lot of experience playing against India, against Indian players, and in India as well. Now, this is going to be a really tough game. According to me, India and South Africa are the two strongest teams in the competition this year as well. And both the teams have played accordingly as well. Now, India, the question was, will they make any changes? Well, these conditions are batting friendly in Ahmedabad, the Narendra Modi Stadium, on a black soil pitch, because this square has a few options. There is red soil, there is black soil, and there is a strip right in the center, which is a mixture of red and black soil. But India chose to play, or rather this game happened on a black soil surface, where the ball does carry a bit. It is a good batting surface, every indication to suggest that. Now, the question with India was, will India make any changes? Will India change the combination? India chose not to. Went in with Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah and Arshdeep Singh, the three seamers, one spinner less. The other question was Akshar Patel or Washington Sundar. Now, India chose to go with Washington Sundar in place of Akshar Patel, who also is the vice captain of the side. Maybe because he can bowl in the power play with the new ball, and quite a few left-handers in the top order for South Africa. For South Africa, they've been playing really well, very good side, very well balanced side as well. They won the toss, they chose to bat first, and something that does suit them. Before we move ahead in this match, let's talk about staying connected. An India-South Africa clash is not just followed in these two countries, but across the world. From Johannesburg to London, from Cape Town to Dubai, Indians everywhere stay connected for moments like these. And your banking should be just as seamless. With IDFC FIRST Bank, you can open your NRI savings account from anywhere in the world. Manage your banking effortlessly and activate your UPI on both your national and international numbers, because distance should never limit your access. IDFC FIRST Bank, making global banking simple wherever you are. South Africa batting first. Openers Quinton de Kock, he's got a really good record against India. Aiden Markram has batted beautifully, but then they didn't start well. First to go, Quinton de Kock. Jasprit Bumrah's first over, through the gate, bat and pad, Quinton de Kock gone. Next over, Aiden Markram, he goes. Jasprit Bumrah's second over, number 3, Ryan Rickelton, he gets out, and South Africa in a lot of trouble in the first few overs. 3 wickets down for only 20 on the board. Jasprit Bumrah, brilliant. Arshdeep Singh, equally good. Then came David Miller and Devol Brevis. The best part, or the most interesting or kind of a turning point for me, was the last over, which was Varun Chakravarti's first. In trouble, South Africa. You would expect the batters to try and consolidate, not play too many shots, make sure not lose wickets. Against Varun Chakravarti, India's top bowler, number 1 T20I bowler, David Miller, takes him for 11 runs in that first over. And they finish the power play with that. And suddenly you could feel the change in the momentum a little bit. Devol Brevis started off slowly, but then he picked up as well. And both these guys, a superb partnership, magnificent one, of 97 runs, and that was crucial not just to consolidate but get this innings back on track, because on this surface you're looking to get to that 180 mark. This looked like a good batting surface. So not only did they consolidate, they made sure they kept that run rate going as well. A brilliant knock from David Miller, a 65, an equally good knock from Devol Brevis as well. That 97-run partnership got South Africa back, and at one point in time it just seemed like they might even get to 200. But then Indian bowlers came back and bowled really well. The wickets of David Miller and Devol Brevis, suddenly there was a few quick wickets, even though Tristan Stubbs came in and he was unbeaten till the end, I think got 44. But then India kept picking wickets from the other end, and then Jasprit Bumrah. Bowled 4 overs, 2 at the top and 2 at the end, went for only 15 runs in his 4 overs, picked up those 3 wickets. One point in time, South Africa looked like getting to 200, then they lost those wickets, then there were these thought, would they even get to 170? But in the end, and especially the last over, which Hardik Pandya bowled, which they scored 20 of, which they managed to get to 187. I mean, a little bit of a handicap for Hardik Pandya because India had a slow over it, so had one extra fielder inside the 30-yard circle. So rather than having 5 fielders outside, had only 4, and that last over made sure they got a good score. 187. South Africa batting first. Game on. 188 to get for India. Well, it was always going to be a tough one because India, this would have been the highest and the most successful run chase for India in a T20 World Cup. So from that perspective, it was going to be tough and against a good South African bowling attack. Now, the big question was Abhishek Sharma. As of now, he hasn't opened his account in this World Cup. And there was this obvious talk that Aiden Markram would start his challenges against off-spin, and that's exactly what happened. Aiden Markram started the innings from one end, but instead of Abhishek Sharma, he got the wicket of Ishan Kishan, who's in super form, and that was a huge break for South Africa, getting the wicket of Ishan Kishan the very first over. Then came out Tilak Verma, and he did not survive too long either. He just got 1 run in 2 deliveries, stepped out to Rabada and got a faint edge, and he was gone as well. So suddenly India lost 2 wickets, and then Abhishek Sharma also kind of struggled a little bit, but he got his first runs in the World Cup, but then he did not survive for long. So India were very quickly 3 wickets down. Tactically, I really thought the South Africans got it spot on. Aiden Markram's wicket, maybe a little unfortunate for Ishan Kishan, but bowled well. But then to Abhishek Sharma, what they did really well was a couple of things. Did not give any pace. So Abhishek Sharma, if you've seen him bat, the idea is he likes to use the pace of the bowler. So he gets after the faster bowlers. He liked the ball coming onto the bat. Whatever deliveries he's faced of the fast bowlers, almost 85-90% of them were pace off. Couple of shots that he hit one really good shot to Rabada, a short one, ram shot over the slips, but that was pace on. But they were very quick to realize no pace to Abhishek Sharma. So they kept bowling the slower delivery. In fact, Marco Jansen got his wicket with a knuckle ball. So that was really good thinking, good tactically, very good, and superb execution from the bowlers as well. And that's what they did right through. This pitch had help for the bowlers, but yeah, if you hit the deck hard and those slower deliveries, it was gripping just a little bit. For someone like Surya Kumar Yadav, it was trying to reconstruct this innings. But unfortunately, what happened with South Africa, with Brevis and Miller, did not happen for India. India kept losing wicket. At number 5 came out Washington Sundar, but he seemed to struggle again. So India kind of lost this game in the first few overs itself. Lost wickets, no momentum, strike rates or the run rate wasn't high enough while chasing 188. Even if you lose wickets, you got to keep scoring runs quickly. That also did not happen with India. And then there was no partnership. In the end, disappointing from the batters. You were expecting more from the batters and a better performance from the batters. That did not happen. But you've got to give a lot of credit to the South African bowlers and the planning behind this whole bowling innings. Well done with the tactics, well done with the execution of it. And then in 1 over of Keshav Maharaj, India lost 3 wickets. And that's where I think the game was done and dusted. In the end, yes, Shivam Dube got some runs, but it was too little, too late for India. The other highlight for South Africa in this innings was their catching. Tristan Stubbs in the boundary, Corbin Bosch, the catch of Abhishek Sharma was really good. So the outfield, the catching was brilliant. To be fair, South Africa outthought and outplayed India in every department. And in the end, India managed only 111. Not only it was a loss, but it was a loss by a huge margin and quite disappointing and maybe a little embarrassing as well. Turning point of the game for me was Varun Chakravarti. He came into bowl when in the 6th over in the power play when South Africa was struggling. They had lost those 3 early wickets. But then today, it is a rare event where Varun Chakravarti goes for plenty, and it happened in this game. Went for 47 runs in his 4 overs. Generally, what Varun Chakravarti does really well is bowls that length which is a little short of length where you can't sweep. You can pull the other bowlers, but for Varun Chakravarti, that length becomes a little difficult to pull because he bowls really quick in the air. He's around that 95 kilometers an hour and it skids through. He hurries the batters on, so it's very difficult to pull him. And also difficult to cut because he attacks the stumps. He bowls really straight, attacks the stumps, doesn't give room outside the off stump for the batter to cut. But today, if you look at the runs that he conceded, the big ones, the sixes and all, were all down the ground where the ball was very, very full. So he gave the opportunity to the batters to go over the top, mid-off, mid-on, straight over the bowler's head as well. Didn't get his length right, which is a rare thing, to be fair, for Varun Chakravarti. More often than not, he does that right. But the other thing in my mind was how David Miller attacked him in his very first over. Even though South Africa had lost 3 wickets early, but when Varun came out to bowl very first over, David Miller hit him for a 6 over the bowler's head. He conceded 11 runs. To a certain extent, maybe that was a conscious effort from David Miller and Brevis to attack India's number 1 bowler in the middle over phases, in the middle phase. It just seems that he did not recover after that first over because the second over came out to bowl. Again, he went for around 15-16 runs. So he never got back into that rhythm or wasn't allowed to get back into that rhythm by especially David Miller. And I thought that was a little bit of a turning point because he's been a banker for India. He's been that guy you could depend on in those middle phases to be economical and pick wickets. But unfortunately in this game, he went for 47 in his 4, and that to a certain extent for me was a turning point where India could have capitalized on those 3 early wickets but failed to do so because of that partnership in that middle phase of 97 runs. The other thing, in my opinion, that could have happened, India were late bowling those 20 overs and they knew it. I think at the 18th over mark, India were around 9 minutes behind scheduled time. So you knew that for the last over, 1 extra fielder inside the 30-yard circle, just 4 outside the 30-yard circle. If that is the case, who do you bowl the 20th over? 1 extra fielder inside? Would you not bowl Jasprit Bumrah the 20th over? According to me, I thought maybe Jasprit Bumrah, who was absolutely brilliant again, bowled the 19th over, not the 20th over. 20th over, Hardik Pandya bowls and he goes for 20 in that over. Yeah, maybe a couple of these turning points. But the main issue still, because India lost by a huge margin. A little bit of lack of application from the Indian batters, by expecting India to get closer to 188 because this massive loss will mean a big net run rate issue if it comes to that later in the qualification scenario. The basic turning point for the batting side was just application and making sure India gets a lot closer to that total, which they did not. Well, it was disappointing, obviously, not just losing, but the margin of the loss as well, which will have its effect on the net run rate, and hope it doesn't come to that for qualification for the semi-finals. But a couple of things looking forward, because India need to win now both their games in the Super 8s, which is in Chennai against Zimbabwe and then in Kolkata against West Indies. They're not going to be easy, but a couple of things to ponder over before the next game is, one is, let's start with the playing 11. Washington Sundar, well, you can understand he's a talented cricketer and an all-rounder. But in place of Akshar Patel, that's something that needs to be thought of. Because Akshar not only is the vice captain, but he hasn't done anything wrong in the last few games whenever he's played. He does his job really well. And he's also the vice captain. Mind you, the vice captain of the team not playing also optically does not send the right signal as well. I can understand you playing Washington Sundar with a lot of left-handers, or if he's bowling in the first 6 overs. If he's not bowling in the first 6 overs with the new ball, in the middle overs, Akshar does equally a fabulous job as well. With batting as well, Washington promoted at number 5. Akshar's done that. Remember 2024 finals, Akshar came at number 5, played that very, very important innings. So even Akshar can do that. He's a left-hander as well. I think Akshar would make more sense in that playing 11, something that Indian team and the management might look into. That is number 1. The other important thing is, how does India react to this loss? Yes, it's not just a loss, as I've mentioned, it's a big loss as well at that. But then India still needs to play the same brand of cricket, because this is what has brought India a lot of success in the last couple of years, including the last World Cup. So the brand of cricket is very, very important. Hopefully India does not There's no knee-jerk reaction from this Indian side. And also because if you look at the next two venues, Chennai, it's a good batting surface that should suit the Indian brand of cricket or the Indian batters as such. Plus, after that as well, Eden Gardens against West Indies, that too, that surface does help, the Indian batters to play that high risk and high reward kind of a game, which has worked in India's favor, to be fair. Couple of things to ponder over, not really a concern. The other important thing is the form or the rhythm of Abhishek. You can understand, young man playing his first World Cup is a little short on runs, short on confidence. The only way to get it back is getting runs out in the middle. In this game, even though he made a few runs, but he looked a little out of rhythm, a little short on confidence. Another important player in that scheme of things is Tilak Verma as well. He's got runs, he's got his 20s and 30s in this tournament. That flow, that fluidity in his batting wasn't visible as much and hasn't been in this tournament. That flow. These are a couple of things again that the Indian team might want to look at. Not a concern again, like I mentioned, no knee-jerk reactions. This can happen. And if you look at this way, if it had to happen, it's good that it's happened very early in the tournament, or rather early in this Super 8 phase. Maybe a little reality check, which can be a good thing looking forward, looking at the future. And also a couple of these little issues, confidence level. But India needs to carry on playing the same brand of cricket, which has brought India so much of success in this format. Thank you for watching Super Over Decoded, an initiative by Elite Sports.